Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sightline Mobile training. My name is Christine Couch. I am the program manager for the CenterPoint Energy HVAC Midstream program, and today we're going to go over on how to use a mobile app. So first, please download a mobile app from your app store. You can do it on any mobile device or tablet. You can also do it on your PC if you have Windows 10 or later, since that allows you to have a Microsoft Store and download apps. Once you have it installed on your computer, you have to get credentials ahead of time from our team. So if you haven't done that yet, please reach out and we can get you set up. Now, once you get this downloaded, you will always ask that you sync your application every time. And what this does is that this ensures that you have the most updated form every time. The first thing you'll see is a few folders here. The only one that you need to worry about is only about three of them. So forms, this is where the form, the CenterPoint form will actually be saved. Drafts in the name, if you start something and you want to complete it later, it'll be saved here. And sent will have a log of what you have completed, but it refreshes every couple of weeks. So it'll have a log of recent submissions. We're going to click on forms, and don't worry, you will not see all these other forms that work in other programs, but you will see the CenterPoint Midstream form. So that's the one we're going to click on today. So you'll see several pages here on the left. We'll go ahead and click on the first one. This first page, type of application, and it has some instructions on here. There are two methods you can use to complete this form. Method A, it's the most commonly used. It's very straightforward. That's if you have everything in front of you, you're ready to submit. You'll just choose this one. For now, we're going to continue with method A. Continuing on the second page, you can either select it from the menu on the left, or you can also toggle between the pages with the arrows down here. General information. So this is where you start actually entering the homeowner and all the information for the claim. Now remember, this is a data collection app. So all you have to do is enter the information as you have it. ESID. If you notice, this is not a required field. However, we do recommend that you fill it out. If you're having trouble with it, your distributor can help you out. You can also reach out to us. But if you click on the three dots here, and click on help, this will open up a help link here that'll lead you to the ESID lookup site. It will bring you to this ESID lookup site where you can type in any address, and it'll tell you some important information, including the ESID itself. If it's a residential meter, it's really important. If it says business here, we cannot accept any business or commercial meters in this program. And it'll also tell you that it is actually served by CenterPoint Energy. So really important to check this. And once you have the ESID, you can select it from here and copy paste it back into the form. So you can click done here, come back to the form, paste your ESID, and continue. In this case, we're going to select single family. This is an HVAC claim. There are other measures that are eligible, but for now, we're going to click HVAC. We're going to select yes or no, whether this project is in a complete community. If it click yes, a new question will appear where you can select from the drop-down menu. If that's not the case, you can just click no and that question will go away. Something that's really valuable and helpful about this type of application Sightline Mobile is that the form will change according to your selections. So you will actually not be asked for anything that you don't need for a specific claim. Equipment distributor, this is where you would select the distributor that you purchase the equipment from. For now, since this is a test application, I'm just going to select ICF. And you'll notice that your information will be already populated down here and locked so you can't edit it, and that's okay. Moving on to the next page is where you enter the equipment information. Click on Add Entry, and this is where you're going to start selecting the equipment that you're installing. Again, like I mentioned earlier, depending on your selections here, the form will change, right? So if you have a replace on burnout, it's going to ask you what the original system tonnage was. If you select early retirement, it's going to ask you a few more questions about the retired cooling capacity. It's also going to pop up some spots here for the photographs that are needed for that type of claim. For today's purposes, we're going to keep it simple and just do a replace on burnout. We're going to do a split AC. Fill in the blanks here, date of installation. We're going to say this was a 4-ton. My original was also a 4-ton. If you have the HRI number, please go ahead and populate this. Manufacturer. Also something about this form and the built-in QA checks is that if you type something that doesn't qualify, for example, something with an ER2 of 8, it'll highlight it red and tell you the minimums that are needed in order for this to qualify. So we're going to do that. When it comes to the serial numbers, you do have a couple of options here. If you are on a mobile device, you can open up the scan. And what this does is it opens up your camera. If you have those stickers with serial, with barcodes in front of you, open up your camera, scan the code, and it'll auto-populate the model number and the serial number. If you don't have that, that's fine. You can just type them here. Same thing for the indoor coil. Next step, select the compressor type. Let's say it's a variable speed. And just a note for a reminder here to keep the manual J on filed. It does not have to be submitted with every application, but it can be requested by our team. Click Done at the top right corner. And as you can see, it'll be saved here. If you have multiple units, just continue the same steps, add entry, and add them until you're done. On the bonus measures, you can add some downsizing. So if you're installing a system that is smaller than what's currently installed or the previous system, you can click yes. Again, a new section will open up for you to put in some more information. Click add entry. You add the required data here. You click done. If you are missing information, it'll give you a warning like, hey, this is not complete, and it'll highlight it yellow again, like I said. But for today, we're just going to click no. That'll go away. If you have any Energy Star certified thermostats that you want to add on here, you do the same. Moving on to the next page, this is where you would upload the homeowner invoice. So just make sure that that invoice has the customer information, address, phone number, name, email, and the model and serial numbers of the newly installed equipment, and also the incentive amount with a line item that says CenterPoint Energy Incentive and the amount that was passed on to the homeowner. An invoice, now that is uploaded, and on to the last page. This is a dealer and customer acknowledgement. For the dealer, you're just making sure that everything that you've submitted is accurate. So you can open up and sign it. Click done. Make sure you date it. And then once you get to the customer acknowledgement, it does ask them a couple of questions. Now, if you notice in the past, this has been a required field. It is no longer required. So if you have trouble reaching the homeowner. It's okay if you don't fill this out. But if you have them there, you definitely have to let them know that they are participating in this program from CenterPoint Energy. It will ask them a couple of questions, whether if their unit was an electric heating type, and if they are claiming early retirement. The last section here, which is required, will be the total cost of the job with labor and materials and the incentive amount that the homeowner is receiving. So let's just say the total cost is $15,000, and let's say that they are receiving a $400 incentive. Once you have everything completed, you will notice that all the check marks here will be green. That means that you're ready to submit if you want to. You can click on summary if you want to keep a record of this saved on your device. It gives you an option to print it as a PDF, or if you want to print it physically, you can do that, and it'll just give you a summary of everything that you just filled in. After you've saved what you want, you can click done and click send. This will submit it to the program. If not, you can click on the back arrow and save this as a draft. Let's say that it's something you want to double check and come back later. Now you can. So if you want to come back to your drafts to look at what you have previously saved, you can click on that folder, and it'll show you several applications that you have um, saved but not completed. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.